Well folks, finally selection has started. Excuse the missus's big head. I'm sure you'll all be screaming, pick that one, pick that one, pick that one. But we'll snap back to you in a minute when we've picked them all and you can have a better look. So this is all the ones that's going to be spending winter outside. They're going to be held in plastic tanks and be in a polytunnel to keep the worst of the winter off them and hopefully maintain a fairly steady temperature. In an ideal world, we'd have kept them all in the warm, because there's still some cracking fish in here. But we've picked some purely on their size, but the majority of them have been picked on interesting markings, or whether we just want to see what they turn into or how they progress. So over winter, you know, some of these might come in and some of the others may go out. I'm already seeing one that I've missed that I wanted to keep, but it's done now. So we'll let these chill in here overnight with some air and stuff, and then they'll be down to the right temperature to go over in with the new forest koi that we're not bringing in. But that'll be the next part of the video. It'll be the new forest koi that are coming into the warm. So we'll snap back to you in a minute when we're doing that one. So this is what's staying from the Adam fire for the minute. And the water's all bloody murky because I've stirred it up. So, but probably still far too many. And later on, we'll warm up the keepers from the new forest babies, and they can go in here too. And I've just taken delivery of my IBC. So that's gonna be another tank in the garage, so that as these keepers grow, they can be separated and they can have some more space. Didn't film the whole selection process just because got school runs to do for the kids, and didn't want to stress the fish too much by showing individual fish on the camera, but you'll get to see them as they grow and hopefully develop into good looking little swimmers. So we'll catch you in a bit for the next bit of the job. Nice shiny black IBC. One careful owner. Another job I've got to do. Happy days. Well, I think they've forgiven me now for harassing them all afternoon. So, certainly looks empty in there now, but there is probably another 100 to go back in there in a bit. See if we can't get a bit more growth. Right, so here we have 2 bags of the New Forest koi fry from in the garden. I've left this a little bit late. It is bloody cold in the garden. So I'm thinking these guys are going to have, unfortunately, they're going to have a massive temperature increase in the space of the next hour or so while they're warming up. Unfortunately, with the time restrictions I've had, being busy with work and other things, I've not been able to get to them. I managed to sort them, but I just haven't been able to get to them and bring them in until today. So it is what it is. But there is some very interesting little fish to go in there. I mean, the size difference between the Adam Buyer fish and the New Forest fish is unbelievable. It really is. You know, the Adam Buyer are probably, the majority of them are probably 3 times the size of these New Forest fish. You can't see in this one very well, it's a bit murky. But there are some little gems in this lot. So, but then there's some big gems in there. So we'll let these warm up for half an hour, 40 minutes, maybe more, and then we'll start letting them go and see what we can grow out of those. They did come on leaps and bounds in the garden, but unfortunately the last 2 or 3 weeks the temperatures haven't been with us. Oh, he's a little stunner. But we'll get there. Hopefully now they can start reaching their potential, and I can warm the tank up now. It's sitting at about 18 degrees. I want it at about 23, 24 degrees. So now that all these fishes are in here, I can start ramping the temperature up a degree or 2 over the next coming week or so, and see if we can get these New Forest babies actually eating. They're still a bit fussy with their food, and I think they certainly don't like the New Forest food, so I can't quite work it out. So even the Adam Buyer fry, I've got a mix now of the last of the New Forest food and a bag of the Adam Buyer fry food, and I've mixed that up. And even now, the Adam Buyer fish are still a little bit fussy. They actually won't eat the New Forest food until all the Adam Buyer food that's in the water has gone. But at the same time, they do like the old Takazumi, which I thought I'd try out. And so they're getting a good mix of everything. But like I say, nobody's really keen on the New Forest food. Everybody's saying hello. Right, we'll leave them there for a minute. We'll let them warm up. I'll go and do a taxi job, and then I'll be back.